If you're dealing with chronic pain and inflammation, then this golden gift hemp-derived turmeric solution is going to be the game changer that you needed. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down exactly what's in this, the science behind why it's so powerful and is going to be more effective than probably anything you've ever seen. And then we're going to be going into my personal experiences using this and the results we've been getting with patients and clients. So as far as this particular tincture, it's a broad spectrum hemp oil tincture mixed with turmeric as its primary ingredient. Now, if you're familiar with hemp oil, the different types are, typically you'll have broad or full spectrum. And broad simply means that it can be stripped of certain cannabinoid profiles depending on how you want the particular oil to be formulated. So this particular hemp oil has no THC in it. So it's not a product that's going to get you high at all. It's got 1,000 total milligrams of CBD plus CBG, so about 500 milligrams of each. Now, this is a 30 milliliter bottle, and one serving is 0.6 milliliters, which is 3 squirts taken right under the tongue sublingually. So this bottle will last about 50 days, for an average recommended serving size. Now, when we look at turmeric in general, if you've even tried other turmeric products before, you might be skeptical because many of them simply don't work. And the reason why is because turmeric is one of the most difficult herbs when it comes to getting it to be bioavailable. And that basically means how much of that herb is actually being absorbed when it's ingested. So in general, with most types of turmeric products, a lot of them are going to be orally ingested. And so you're going to have to wait for it to be absorbed through the gut lining, pass through the liver. So already there, that's going to be eliminating a lot of what's actually being absorbed. And then when you look at the anti-inflammatory and powerful healing properties associated with turmeric, most of those are coming from a polyphenol within turmeric called curcumin. Now, curcumin, when you look at, the average turmeric root, curcumin is only about 1 to 6% of turmeric by weight. So what that means is if you're taking any turmeric supplement, what you're really wanting is the curcumin within that. And so a very small percentage of that turmeric is actually going to be the curcumin. And then an even more small, micro amount of that is going to be actually bioavailable. And so there are different strategies to, in general, I've seen out there where people say, oh, we'll take turmeric with black pepper and it'll make it more bioavailable. That's great. But if we're trying to find the most scientifically optimal way to get turmeric and curcumin ultimately absorbed into the body, it's going to be with something like this. Because sublingual absorption is one of the most efficient delivery methods for any sort of, tincture or compound that's taken, because it goes right into the bloodstream. And so you'll feel effects very quickly within minutes. And the other aspect to how this solution is created is the turmeric is mixed with Nano emulsified CBD. So all the products in the portfolio we use are nano emulsified. So what that means is they'll take a CBD molecule and through a nano emulsification process, it's going to break down that molecule and make it smaller, essentially. So, what that basically allows the molecules to do is they can absorb directly through the bloodstream. The uptake and the availability of that is higher, and it doesn't have to go through the gut lining and be absorbed and processed through the liver. It can just be absorbed, boom, right into the bloodstream. So when we're looking at the turmeric combined with the CBD and the CBG that's now being absorbed sublingually, and it's also nano emulsified, this is why from a scientific and technology standpoint, this product is so incredibly effective. The uptake on it is so high where as soon as you use the first dose, almost everyone who uses it can feel, some kind of immediate effect, especially those people who are in chronic pain. And really, on a scale of 1 to 10, if you're feeling at a 5 or above, just on an average basis, with something like this, you're gonna typically see very immediate relief. Now, as far as myself, I am not someone who's in chronic pain. I have been using this more from a performance optimization standpoint. Also, I've had mental health challenges in the past, and I do a lot of very complex work where, when I've looked at myself and how I feel on a day-to-day basis and my vitality, tinctures like this have been incredibly helpful for me, because I definitely deal with inflammation. I think we all do, given the kind of poisons that are out there in the world and the kind of stresses that we're under, and given whatever your lifestyle is. And so I use both broad spectrum CBD oils along with full spectrum, and I also smoke weed. So I do a number of different things in my health regimen to supplement my diet. When it comes to this though, the anti-inflammatory effects, and just in terms of my mental thinking, I've noticed that I've been more clear as far as my thought process, and just kind of been more precise in terms of my overall ability to stay focused for longer periods of time. And it's interesting, I don't know if I can directly attribute it to just this, but this is part of now my daily routine that I would consider essential. And really, where we've been seeing amazing effects with this tincture is people who are in chronic pain. So let's say from arthritis. My own mother has dealt with chronic arthritis pain, and this is a tincture that she takes daily. When she was visiting me recently, I saw her, she had it in her purse, she was traveling with it. And it's something that now she does not go a single day without taking it. She actually takes it twice a day because her pain level is quite high. So we've been testing this, and with the kind of clients and people that we know taking it, we've been seeing incredible results. And so this is one of the first things that we do as far as part of our pain relief plan. And we have a variety of other kind of complex and stronger things that we have. But as far as a way to get started, this is an incredible way. It has no psychoactive effects that will get you high. But as far as being able to balance the body out, there's many intangible things that this does that I couldn't necessarily directly point to, but people are really seeing incredible benefits from it. So if you want to learn more about this, you can click the link below. I'm going to drop the link on exactly where you can purchase this from the Helix dispensary. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them below. There's a number of people in this group who are using this tincture every day and having great success with it. And if you're new to the world of tinctures and CBD and cannabis in general, then something like this is probably a great starting point for you. It's also extremely cost effective. So at $45, that's less than $1 a day, because this bottle has 50 doses taken at the recommended dose of 0.6 milliliters a day, 3 squirts right under the tongue. So at less than $1 a day to get that kind of pain relief, it's really not even comparable to what you'll typically see out there from most pain relief doctors and those kinds of clinics, where they're pushing people in the direction of narcotics. Even over the counters like ibuprofen are really bad for the stomach lining overall. And something like this can have just amazing effects while also healing the body via the endocannabinoid system. So if you're not familiar with what that is, we have other videos and resources that will go over that. But you can check out the link to this turmeric solution below, and if you have any questions, then I look forward to seeing them in the comments. I'll see you all in the next one.